Good afternoon everyone and welcome to Haynes Outdoors, you outdoors freaks. It's Friday afternoon again, it's 12:30 and today I am at my syndicate in the New Forest. I am at Mopley Pond. Oh, that sun's bright when it comes out. And I'm here till Sunday. There's been a few coming out over the week, not many, it's about 3 or 4 fish come out all week. So obviously you've seen me here before, you've seen me in this swim before. There's been some reeds knocking, there's a few fish moving about. So we'll see what we can do. Let me turn you around. So I've brought the old Tracker Tempest with me today. Gives me a little bit more room. I'm not going to need the vents as much now. The weather's cooling down. I can keep the front open anyway. Gives me more room. I can see better out of it sitting up than I can in the NAS one. Anyway, this is the swim. So I've got from like over there to over there. The fish like to come through this weed here and the lilies into the weed, and they come through the weed and they patrol all the way along the reeds, and the reeds go back, excuse me, just had a fizzy drink, all the way along here. The fish like to get in the reeds. You've seen me have a mirror before from here, from over there. So that's the plan. I'm going to get set up. There's something moving through now. So there was one stalked out of here this morning, out off the top. One of the lads at the other end, Liam, one of the lads up here, come down here and stalked one out from down here. So they are down here. The big one that's in here, the biggest one in here is a big common, goes just over 30. Likes to hang about around in the weeds and all that around here. It comes up and sits in them, so it likes to move around this area a lot. So yeah, that's me, just getting set up. So I'll catch up with you a bit later, in a bit. Hi everyone, right, it's 3 o'clock now. As you can see, I've got the rods in. They've been out for probably 5 minutes. I've been up in the shop that's here, talking to the bloke that runs the lake here, Stuart, awesome bloke. So the reason I've gone with the pod this week is because I know the bottom's really clear here and I can backlead. Obviously the left one isn't backleaded, you can see that, but that's because I'm fishing to the edge of the weed over on the left and I'm fishing it locked up. But the right one is fishing in the gap I showed you over to the right there, up against the reeds, and I've backleaded that one. The one that's fishing locked up, that's going off to the side there, that if I get a fish on the other rod, hopefully I'll have it under control by the time it gets close enough in that the other line won't get in the way. I'll be able to net it down with sides. So yeah, that's it. With any luck, we'll have one here till Sunday, so best part of 48 hours. So it won't be quite 48 hours because I'll probably be packing up Sunday morning at some point before the showers set in Sunday afternoon. So with any luck, be able to show you at least one fish this weekend, you never know. Should be getting a visit from my stepson Dylan tomorrow. He's coming down to fish to do a night. If none of the other swims are clear, I'll just let him jump in here. He can bivvy up in the gap next to me and put 2 of his rods out for the night, so we can get to fish. Obviously he fished here last time, you saw him here last time. I fished here, a couple of months back. So hopefully we'll have one tonight, get on the board. I'll speak to you in a bit. Hi everyone. It's about probably 20 minutes, half hour at the most since I spoke to you last. I've started getting liners on my left hand rod, the one that's fishing locked up against the edge of the weed. Obviously, as I showed you earlier, the weed to the left, the fish come around that corner, they sit up in that weed there. There was fish over there earlier up on the surface mooching about the other side of the weed. They like patrol through the lilies under the weed and come out this side and go along the reeds. So I've got my bait, got my rig like tight up against the weed this side of it, so if they're mooching about in that weed, they can just, you know, literally poke their head out and have a go. I flicked a couple of 2 or 3, might have been 3 catapult pouches of bait over there. That was all, not a lot. And then just put my rig over, or put my rig over first, then put the bait over. Like I say, I've just had a couple of liners, a couple of beats, a couple of liners, so it's a good sign anyway. I'll speak to you all in a bit. Evening everyone. It's nearly 7 o'clock and the light's dropping fast, so I thought I'd give you a little update now. Still a few fish moving around that reed line. No more liners or anything yet. But I know it likes to do a night bite here, so you know, fingers crossed I'll have something in the night. I'm confident in my 2 spots, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'll be able to speak to you in the night with a nice scaly banger in the mat. I'll catch up with you in the night, or I'll speak to you in the morning. In a bit. Morning everyone, little update. As you can see, it's about 8:30 and it's like an absolute mirror out there. It's like glass. Nothing for me in the night, which is quite surprising. I was expecting something. I think one come out at the upper end of the lake. Nothing for now. Should redo the rods in a bit, so leave them probably till about 9. And I'll redo the rods. I might move one of them. We'll see. I'll catch up with you in a bit. Morning everyone, that's the rods redone. I've moved my left hand rod off the edge of that weed. So I had a couple of beeps on it and you know, I didn't have anything. I don't know if they were liners or pickups, but when I brought it in there was a bit of like leaf litter on it and that, so it might just be a little bit, it might have been just a little bit too close. So I've moved that and I've put it out towards this little sort of overhanging tree that's opposite me. But I've put it, you know, about half a rod length off it, not quite on it. It's all clear bottom out here. And I've put the other one back where it was, in that gap in the reeds. Put some more bait over them. Fresh hook baits, fresh hooks. So we'll see how we go. But with any luck, I'll be able to speak to you soon at some point today. Be nice to have one. I'm gonna have some breakfast now. I'll catch up with you all in a bit. Redone my rod, got some fizzing over here. Well, I'll put some bait out. Other one's back over there. Lovely morning. Fingers crossed we can have one. Afternoon everyone, it's 12:30. Thought I'd give you a little update. Still nothing. No beeps, no liners, nothing. It's just, you know, it's surprising. It's overcast, it's almost, you know, it's good apart from that there's no rain, it's good conditions. Fish should be on the munch now. Give them a bit of food, there's a bit of food out there for them. You know, it's a strange one. Still confident I'm going to get one. So they do move about here. I should get on it at some point before I go tomorrow, but strange, just slow. Yeah, it's just slow. Anyway, I'll catch up with you a bit later, give you another update, hopefully with some better news. Speak to you soon. The anticipation is real. Just one beep, that's all it takes. Afternoon everyone. Just redone my right hand rod. I've repositioned it. I've put it about 3 feet to the left. I've put it more in the hole rather than being on the edge of the reeds, on the point of the reeds that go into the hole. I've put it right back into the hole now. See if that makes a difference. Put another 2 catapults bait over it, like bang over it as well. See what happens there. Fingers crossed, that little tweak will be the difference. Speak to you all soon. Evening everyone, little update. It's about 6:15, 6:30, something like that. Nothing all day, been really quiet. Don't think the lake's done a fish. Rods are out, both rods are now over in the gap. One right in the middle of the gap, one on the edge of the reed line. Hopefully we'll have something in the night. It's certainly been a slow weekend. I was expecting more, but you know, these things happen. Plenty of bait out there. I don't think I need to put any more out because I don't know if anything's been over there. Not had any liners or anything. I mean, I might put another few catapults out before I go to bed, but certainly not going to put loads out. Anyway, hopefully I'll have an update for you in the night. I'll speak to you in a bit. Little Fluff there, watching the fish. What you seeing, Fluff? What you seeing? Huh? What you seeing? You see some? We're going to catch one. You good girl. Morning everyone, 9:10. Nothing again in the night. Really slow here. There's hardly nothing come out all weekend on the lake. There was one come out, it was the other side. Nice scaly, fully scaled mirror come out the other side. But just had a liner or something. So, you know, with any luck, they're in the area now. Must have been a liner. Still have the rods in for another couple of hours yet, so there's always a last minute chance. Other than that, that'll be it this week. No fish. So fingers crossed for the last couple of hours. I'll speak to you all soon. Morning everyone, right, it's 11 o'clock. All packed up, swim's all nice and clean. Loads of rubbish picked up, taking a big bag of it away with me again. Loads of line picked up. Unfortunately no fish. So yeah, first blank I've suffered for a while, but you know, it is what it is. Only one fish came out all weekend and it come out on the complete opposite side of the lake, so there's nothing you can do if they're not in the mood. So I'll catch up with you all again next time. I'll probably be on Signer again. So until next time, Haynes Outdoors, out.